All right, listen, if you guys are grinding it out in the gym, tracking your macros, feel like you're doing absolutely everything and still not getting that shredded look, it might be because of these foods that you think are healthy, but they're actually slowing you down. Today, we're talking about the 5 foods that you need to get out of your diet in order to get shredded. Let's get into it. The first one is flavored yogurt. I don't like dairy to begin with. I think the conventional dairy route is absolutely awful. They continuously impregnate these cows, pumping them with hormones, and they try to use them up. One, it's terrible for that reason, and two, it's terrible because you are what you eat. So if they're pumping these cows with hormones, it's going to be in their milk, and then they make the cheese. Same yogurts, the Greek yogurts, out of the same milk. And then obviously some of you guys are still drinking dairy, which is absolutely awful because it is full of sugar, and this is going to turn to fat. So this is going to be a big problem because one, dairy is loaded with hormones that you don't want in your system, and two, I mean, it is really just sugar based, and it's going to be stored as fat, and it's going to be super detrimental. If you guys are still like obsessed with dairy and you just have to have dairy, try Oiko Zero yogurt. It's 0 sugar, 0 fat. It's going to be probably the best option for you if you just have to have your dairy. I don't like dairy. I haven't had dairy in like 8 to 10 years. In that range, it's been a long time. I opt for maybe like a coconut yogurt with 0 sugar. You can add a little bit of cinnamon, you can flavor it up, you can put it in smoothies, that's going to make it a lot better. You can add some berries to it. This is going to be a way better option, and I promise you that. So really just kick dairy if you can, and if you can't, if you absolutely have to have it, which I don't believe in that, but try the Oiko Zero, 000, and it's going to be a lot better for you guys. Because what you fail to realize is that it's usually 15 to 20 grams per sugar per serving, and you guys are mostly eating 1 to 2 servings a day or more, and then that just adds up and compounds for the week. And this is also feeding bad bacteria in your gut, and then if you have bad bacteria in your gut, you're feeding the bad bacteria. They're continuing to grow, and then your gut is not gonna really be as effective and run as optimally as you would like it to be. So it's gonna throw off a lot of things. So something that you really want to mitigate are these yogurts that are packed with sugar. Get rid of them. Number 2, healthy wraps and tortillas. So these are gonna be the things that are really marketed super well. The high protein, it's healthy, low carb, vegan, all of these fad terms that really get people to buy. They're still loaded with garbage. So they're still refined carbohydrates most of the time. They're still loaded with sugar, loaded with fat most of the time, and then they are loaded with refined inflammatory oils that you guys just need to get out of your diet because it's causing systemic inflammation, especially in your gut. But then again, it becomes systemic. When you have inflammation in your gut, it spreads to the rest of the body majority of the time. So this is going to be a big deal because you want to get rid of this stuff. You want to get rid of the inflammatory things in your diet because even if they're low carb, they're still usually loaded with either fat or these oils, which are fat, but they're super inflammatory. So really, these are just things that you guys want to get out of your diet. You can really opt for maybe lettuce wrapped turkey burgers, or you can do it without a bun or a tortilla and really just go from there. I think it's best to opt for healthier whole food sources of carbs, such as sweet potatoes or quinoa or things of that nature. It's just gonna be a lot better for you in the long run. Your body's gonna have a better time digesting it. You're not gonna have an upset stomach, and you're just gonna feel better overall. Your skin's gonna clear up, and just trust me on this, things are just going to get better. Number 3, dried fruit and nuts. Because a handful of nuts are loaded with fat, and obviously they're condensed fat. So most of the time we sit down and we just continue to eat, and we don't realize really that we're getting in 50 to 60 grams of fat by the end of it. And that is really just being stored up by the body, and you don't really want that. It's going to be hard on your liver if you're eating that much fat in one meal. Despite what anyone says, any keto person says, I have always had issues digesting fats, and that can be from a multitude of different things. If you have maybe a weaker pancreas, if you're really not getting pancreatic enzymes, you may need to add those as well as mitigate a little bit of the fat. So you have to do what is best for you. I just know that my clients have not had success eating such condensed fat in such a short period of time. So get rid of the nuts, and then as well as the dried fruit is going to be a quick sugar spike without any fiber really backing it up, or really any water that's in there that takes time to digest, and it doesn't even hydrate you at that point in time. Also, when it comes to nuts and dried fruit like these trail mixes, of course they're loaded with sunflower oils, canola oils, and they are baked in these, and then sugar is added to these, which also just causes and enhances this whole disaster sequence. And as well as if you guys are trying to clear your skin, if you guys are trying to balance your hormones, these are going to be things that really throw it off, and really just things that you want to avoid. Get out of your diet, opt for whole foods. If you guys want to make your at-home trail mix and really just cook it in oils that you know, or cook it without sugar, this is going to be a way better option to be able to soak the nuts and then really opt for just better quality fruits and just a really better sources of it all. Number 4, and this one is going to surprise you, but whey protein. So a lot of you guys will think like, oh, it's an isolate, it has 0 fat, it has 0 sugar. So at the end of the day, you are still pumping your body full of the hormones that are in this milk that are coming from these cows that are hormone fed, hormone injected, antibiotic injected. And it's just going to cause a whole lot of issues. So when you guys are drinking whey protein, I remember drinking protein back in the day, whey protein, mass gainers, all those things, and I would just break out in cystic acne. So remember, you're feeding the bad bacteria that's in your body, and if you guys have things like Epstein-Barr or any of these other viruses, you're going to be feeding these bad bacteria and these viruses. And what do viruses do? They excrete waste as well. So it's going to be more waste that is being excreted in your body that your body has to get rid of. You're going to feel more tired, you're going to feel more run down, and overall your hormones are going to be out of whack due to what you're taking in from this conventional dairy. It causes a whole slew of issues. It's better to just get rid of it. Try and take something called Truvani. It is a plant protein, that or KOS. Both of them are amazing. Truvani is a little bit more clean, and I think you guys will really enjoy it a little bit better. It's easier on the stomach, and you guys will get the same results overall. Number 5, and this one hurts because I used to love it back in the day, but it is store-bought pasteurized smoothies. So this is just really going to be packed with sugars and really just no fiber at all. When you are getting a quick sugar spike, a blood sugar spike, you have that insulin spike right away, and then that shuttles it into the cells, the sugar into the cells, which it is then stored. So with this, you're not really getting any fiber, so it's not helping slow the process of breaking it down. So you get the massive sugar rush in your blood sugar, and you don't really want that because you don't want your insulin to be insanely wavy. So you guys can see that if you guys wear a continuous glucose monitor, you'll be able to see what is best for you and what isn't, what is spiking your sugar and what isn't. So I noticed this with myself, and I really started to track the foods that I was benefiting from and the foods that I really just needed to mitigate. Smaller portion sizes or really just gotta get out of my diet. So cut out these fake foods, start getting consistent with whole foods, and you guys are gonna start seeing results. You're gonna see the fat just be non-existent. It is going to melt off of you. Let me know in the comments which one surprised you guys most. And if you guys are seriously about dialing nutrition, training, and really just wanna get to your desired result, your overall goal, you're sick of being where you're at, let's jump on a free 15-minute coaching call. That way I can see where you're at and where you're looking to go. And I would love to hear from you guys to hear about what you have going on and really painting the picture of what that desired outcome looks like for you. You guys are all amazing. I love y'all. I hope this video helps, and I'll see you in the next one.